Did you not open for? I was having this debate with Syracuse. Didn't you open for Louis at Town Hall like in 2015?
Yes.
Last minute at Town Hall.
I was at the Village Underground. Louis was there. It was Louis, when
Yes.
he was the height. And he goes, you got $20? I got to tip this guy. And I go, yeah. It was the last 20 I had. I gave it to him. He runs out. I go, all right, well, at least I got to talk to Louis. $20. What are you going to do? He runs in 10 minutes later, goes, oh, shit, I didn't thank you. Appreciate the 20, and you want to open for me at Town Hall? And I was like, best $20 I ever spent.
I remember that. Okay, so I was right.
Yes.
2015 probably.
2015, I went on, then Marin, and then Louis. Crazy how much has changed.
That's crazy to think about.
And then he started using you on the road, and then eventually I jumped on with you.
Wow. Boy, that was a fun time. When
What
you
a
got
time.
on that tour, I mean, that was the fun never stopped. I mean, that was great. Throwing the orange.
Oh, the D.C. tour.
We went to Georgetown. We talked, by the way, about snipers and
That's
we were talking about
right.
Secret Service
And the
guy.
Hay Adams.
Yes, we were literally like, what? Couldn't a guy get a gun in a window? We literally sat in the hotel at the Hay Adams, which is where Election Ends, one of the great films of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Masterpiece. We were like, what if you could shoot a guy? Couldn't they shoot you right here? We had this whole conversation. We smoked cigars. We walked around. We went to Austin together with Veronica Moses. Not Veronica Moses, Morgan Murphy. Both redheads. I remember we walked around there. What did we do there? We went to the gym, I think. And
Yeah, we got the queso at Magnolia.
Oh, yes, we went to Magnolia.
Sarah was there. or
Sarah was there.
Feinstein.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sarah was with us. It was you, me, Morgan, Louie, and Sarah. Went to Magnolia.
That was great. What a time. Yeah, we did the Netflix special at the Daughters of the American Revolution.
We stayed at the Four Seasons in Austin, the Bats, and the
that's
Belfry,
right.
and the private jet. We had the famous incident.
We did the open mic. Remember at the big hunt? Chris Allen held the floor for us, and then we showed up and ran in.
That's right. But Louis didn't come to that.
He did.
He did come to that.
And remember, it was all over the paper. And he go, "You see, I just did a 5,000-seat venue, and this is in the paper."
Right.
And that was a big eye opener. He's like, "That's the
All
press for you."
Pre-cancellation. What other dates did you do? Sam did a few dates, too.
Did
Sam
he?
did Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, I didn't know that. Mackie did a couple.
Mackie did a lot.
Lynn Coplitz, Greer Barnes.
Mackie did a ton of them. Because for a while, it was just me, Michelle, Rachel, and Mackie did Europe together.
Oh, wow.
That was wild.
I remember you were in Vienna.
We went to Vienna. We went everywhere. We went to Israel, all the
Sausage.
places.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, the Dead Sea.
Yes, it burned my pee hole.
There
And
you
we went in
go.
the middle of the night. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. The guy got totally naked. How weird is that to think about, too? That's very European / Asia, I guess. Middle East. Like, this guy that we met in Israel was like, you got to go to the Dead Sea. It's a once in a lifetime. If you come to Israel, you don't go to the Dead Sea. You're out of your mind. I'll take you. And then we get there. It's me, Rachel, and Mackie. And he's like, the best way to go is go in naked. That's the most spiritual way. He just takes his dick and balls right out. Which is crazy. Like, he's
Crazy.
known Rachel for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Dick out. And he's like, you should take your pussy out.
Wow.
They moved quick over there in Israel.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll keep my underwear on. And,
You Gaza stripped.
yeah.
There you go. Wow. But it's funny because that was 2015 or 14 or 16, whatever
16.
that was. It seems so quaint then. He wasn't canceled. You're in Israel hanging out. There's no bombing.
No, there was still bombings then.
Yeah, well, Mackie. but yeah, I know. It's just crazy that seemed quaint then. Then you cut to now. It's like Louisa in hell, Gaza, Trump shot. Who knows what's going on?
It was unbelievable. I'll tell you, one of the great moments in the history of my whole life was being on the jet. We were heading to Detroit to do the Joe Louis Arena, one of the last gigs ever at Joe Louis Arena, legendary arena.
Hockey.
We're on the plane. Louis pulls me in the back. He goes, can you come back here for a second? On the plane. I go back. I'm nervous. And he's like, how would you feel about doing all the European dates? And it was like a week out because he does everything last minute.
Yeah.
He's crazy. And I was like, bye, kids.
Wow.
And it was Paris, Jerusalem, London. What's the one with the festival in Scotland? Edinburgh. Romania, Bulgaria.
Wow.
fucking Czech Republic.
Were you married then?
No.
Okay.
No, because he was like, I will be at your wedding, and then he didn't come.
Sounds like Lou.
Then he got canceled just 2 months later.
Ah.
That would be like, it'd be all over that thing.
Good point.
I could get him to do a set at this point for $100.
He's wide open.
But yeah, that was amazing, and I was like, I'm going to Europe. I remember calling everyone. Oh my God, nobody gave a shit, but it was quite a thrill.
Very exciting. What a life.
And now he opens for me.
Yeah.
So,
Tables have turned.
Wonky do. Let me see if I have anything.
Yeah,
over
what do you
here.
got there, Fatty? I'm hogging.
Oh boy, did you miss a hell of a time out of that Rantz Ranch? We missed you, buddy boy.
Ari told me it took 6 hours to get out there. He only had 2 minutes of fun. I had to go back.
He got fucked. If my car didn't show up, it would have been a sad situation. I'll tell you that.
Well, that pool looked pretty lunch.
Beautiful pool. I mean, Rantz got a spread out there.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a big in-ground pool. You can get married there. It's got like a gazebo and a porch and a deck and a fucking Ferris wheel.
Wow.
I made it the part about the Ferris wheel.
Michael Jackson.
He's right on the water. It's unbelievable. But yet, Long Island, folks, that island is long.
Oh, yeah. How long is it?
This motherfucker is long. Long Island's so long, I drove for 2 hours. I still wasn't at the party.
Damn, that's long.
It's crazy. It took us 2 hours, so we had a great time. We missed you. Ari, that pimple,
That's quite a zit on that honker.
he never leaves on time. And I've been on vacation with Ari. I've traveled with him. We've been to Ecuador. He's one of these guys, God bless him. He gets to a location. I don't know how you travel, but he'll open his suitcase and just be like, okay, the bras over there, the underwear over there, the soup cans over there. It's just a fucking mess.
Yeah.
And he takes forever to leave, so he didn't leave till 2. He got fucking pulled over, traffic, this thing. He gets out there. I have a fucking 8-month-old baby. He gets there at like 5 o'clock. I'm
Yes.
like, we have to leave in 11 minutes.
Exactly.
And we all got there at like 1:30, but it was me, Sagalo, Feehan, Sarah, and the baby in our car. And we had a million laughs. We're trashing everybody, zinging, zanging. Who would you fuck? Who would you blow? Who would you eat out?
Woo-wee.
And my answers were awkward, but it was a great time. We get out there.
You're like, Sagalo.
We sit in traffic. We get out there. He's going to spread. But it was awkward because Colin Tyrell came, but he hit traffic or left later. He had to do something, whatever. Feeney came, but he came much later.
Jeez.
And then you bailed. Verzi bailed. Bobby didn't come. So we get there. It's just Rantz just sitting there like looking at TikTok. He's got the inflatable balloon, the big cake, the ribs, everything. And so I felt like that because he's never met Sagalo. I don't think he's ever seen Feehan. Sarah, he thinks is a waitress at the cellar.
Right.
Baby, he doesn't know. So I had to bring the heat. I came out with a fucking party hat and a book full of puns and jokes.
Hell yeah.
But no, it was great. Louis came. He was out
Oh.
on Long Island anyway, so he came by.
Free
and,
time.
Ari finally came, but we had cigars and ribs, and he did a spread.
I heard the food was next level.
Ribs and the other shit. I get it all confused. Brisket, rib, something else.
Well, one's got a rib in it.
Yeah, well, whatever. So that was fun. Swam in the pool, goofed around, and boy, did we yuck it up. Ari got there 2 hours late. That part was a bummer. He's got a batting cage. We were hitting the batting cage.
What?
He's got it all. We brought our gloves. He's got cornhole.
What has he got? 3 kids?
2 kids.
2 kids.
2 boys, and that was great. It was just a fucking blast. I love that late sun coming down.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was awkward, too, because Sarah and Feehan had spots, but we're in traffic back, and I had to just drop, literally, Feehan at the side of the highway. She's like,
What?
I got to get in the lift. I'm like, I got to get my baby home. We had like a little bit of a spat. She's like, I got an
Really?
8:30 spot. And I'm like, I got an 8-month-old baby.
Whoa.
So I just pulled over the side of the highway, and I was like, you can get a lift here. So she had to get out at Jackson Heights and just go to fucking...
Jeez.
And she had 1% battery. She's one of these phone assholes where the phone is dying.
My wife's like that. It's always at 1%, and I'm like, you're home now. Charge.
Well, that's what I said. I'm like, well, I guess we'll wait for you to get picked up. She's like, no, go. You got to get your baby home. And I'm like, well, what are you going to do if your phone dies and you're just out in the middle of fucking St. John's University?
It's all phone now because you can't get a cab anymore. If you're on the highway, you got to get a lift, but you have to have a phone or you're fucked.
I got to tell you, women, this is broad strokes. No pun intended. Broad strokes. That's like a hand job. Broad strokes.
Hey, I like that.
So
Tweet it.
they're so bad with phones. Because I know like 6 women. Sarah's better. But like I know a bunch of women that are always like, I don't have a charger. I'm at 2%. Could I plug in? And I'm like, how are you getting home?
I know. My lady's the same way. I think they rely on a guy to help. I don't fucking know.
I remember being in Europe with a lady, and she would it be in like, I think we talked about this maybe. We'd be in like Bulgaria, and she's like, my phone's dead. And I'm like, We're in Bulgaria. Like, I don't
Yeah.
even know how to get to one place.
I know you're barely allowed here. You need that device.